I usually don't like to get mad. I'm a pretty calm, collected person. I like to keep my cool, but when something stupid or something dumb happens in front of me or affects me, I tend to react to it, and yeah. So what is up, everybody? It is Extinguished Ice here, and today we're going to be talking about how Treyarch fucked up. They messed up so bad with this DLC number 1. Let me tell you. So, you guys remember that big patch that came out with when the DLC dropped with, you know, how they added the daily challenges and zombies and just messing around with that stuff. That was also a big patch glitch for all the new maps, for Splash, Gauntlet, Rise, and the other one I can't really remember off the top of my head. And, see, like, they didn't even add anything else new. It's just the same thing, 4 multiplayer maps and zombies map. Now, if you guys remember, if you are on PS4, Splash had a bunch of exploits and glitches. It seemed like patches were coming out for that map literally like every single day. It was that bad. And I mean, none of the multiplayer maps are really playable. Like, there's just none of them have any type of flow. The spawns are all messed up. Everything's messed up on every single map. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's fun to play on some of them. Like, I do like Rise, but I don't really like to play on Skyjacked or Splash, or what's the other one, or Gauntlet. I mean, they're just gimmicky. They're not really like fun to play. Like, none of them are even memorable. Like, when I first found out Splash, a map like Splash was coming out, a water park, I was expecting a bunch of water slides you could go down, pools you could swim into, and all that stuff like that. The moment you're able to start swimming, like a beach, for example, or a lake. If you guys have ever been to a beach or lake, you know how like the water slowly gets deeper and deeper? There's a part of that on the map which I first, explored when I first played the map. And I was like, ooh, this looks nice, let me go out here. And it's an out of bounds area. Like, they could have done so much more with all these maps, but instead they just, made it very gimmicky, rushed the maps out. And I personally think DLC number 1 is a fail. Like, I mean, there's so many bugs and patches and glitches. And another thing that makes me really mad is those 4 DLC weapons that came out, or I believe it was 5 that came out in the supply drops. We had the Crowbar, Fury Song, Marshall 16, the MX Garand, and I'm trying to figure out the last one right now. I can't quite remember it off the top of my head. Let me see if I can remember it. I can't quite remember it off the top of my head, so I do apologize for that. But I mean, they added all 5 of those into supply drops, and they couldn't even drop us one weapon for free. Because, people who, bought the season pass were expecting more from the DLCs. So maybe Treyarch will actually learn from their mistake and bring out a better DLC when DLC 2 comes up. The only good thing about this DLC is the zombies map, Rise and Rock. That's why I have gameplay for you guys on this, because look at this map. It's so beautiful. It's so nice. The storyline progresses in a smooth, nice way. It's so perfect. There are teensy little bits of problems that, they're just pet peeves. But overall, I will give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's so perfect. It's such a great map. It's just perfect. And that's the thing that really makes this DLC, known and I guess you could say good. The multiplayer maps are they're screwed. And on Gauntlet, for example, you could see all the specialist outfits and stuff. I don't have gameplay of it, but they have all the outfits for all the specialists except for one. One is scratched out. And this teased to a new DLC specialist coming out. Nope, they didn't add it. Hopefully they do add it soon. They haven't added it yet if they are planning to add one in. But they're probably going to add it in a supply drop and make you get it, because Activision and Treyarch, they're not going down the right path with these, adding these weapons and supply drops. Yes, I know you could just play devil's advocate and say, just play the game and earn crypto keys. But you got to understand, a bunch of people who like this game don't always have time to play it. Crypto keys aren't exactly the hardest thing to get, but you got to understand, rare supply drops, 30 crypto keys, and you'd have to play, I'd say, at least 15 games to get 30. And that's just one supply drop. You can sometimes get 3, but you can also only get 1 for each game. So it also depends. I don't know. Treyarch just really messed up this DLC in terms of the multiplayer maps. Rise and Rock, great map. Perfect map. This is exactly what I thought of. Well, I didn't think of, but this is exactly what a lot of people needed when it came to the zombies map. It's so nice, the bow and arrows, just all of that is just perfect. So that's all I really had to say about the DLC. I mean, Treyarch did mess up like hugely, so hopefully in the next DLC they actually like make good multiplayer maps with nice flow without any type of glitches or exploits. The good thing when it comes to Xbox One and PC users is they won't have all those stupid exploits and glitches that came out, and if they do, Treyarch, you done fucked up. So yeah, I'm sorry that I went out on a limb kind of in this video, but I mean, it's just Treyarch just really messed up when it came to this DLC. Number one, there's just like, in terms of the multiplayer maps, there's no time or effort put into these maps. It was just rushed out. There's no flow. The spawns are messed up, and all those exploits and glitches. Nevertheless, I hope everybody did enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, share with a friend, and subscribe to my channel today for some more Call of Duty Black Ops or your gaming in general. And hopefully DLC number 2 has actually a DLC weapon or DLC specialist, not just 4 multiplayer maps and a zombies map. But I'm Extinguished Ice, and I hope everybody did enjoy this video. Peace, guys.